What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most anticipated muscle cars of the year, the 2026 Chevrolet Camaro SS. This is a nameplate that carries a ton of heritage. A car that has always stood as one of America's iconic performance coupes. And now it's here with fresh updates that blend aggressive design, modern technology, and the raw V8 power enthusiasts crave. Stick around because we're going to break it down from the outside in, cover how it drives, the pricing, and whether it's worth your hard-earned money. The first impression always starts with the exterior, and the Camaro SS doesn't disappoint. The front fascia is bold and menacing, with sharper LED headlights that stretch into the fenders and a wider, lower grille that looks ready to inhale asphalt. Chevrolet has really leaned into giving this car a strong road presence without making it overly flashy. There's a sculpted hood with heat extractors that not only look cool, but also serve a functional purpose for cooling the big V8 underneath. The stance is lower, wider, and more planted, which really emphasizes that muscle car DNA. From the side profile, you notice the traditional Camaro proportions are still intact. A long hood, short rear deck, and that slightly pinched greenhouse design that gives it an aggressive coupe silhouette. The flared fenders make room for 20-inch performance wheels wrapped in sticky rubber, and the character lines running along the body give it a muscular tension, almost like the car is flexing even when it's standing still. Chevrolet has managed to balance classic muscle car shapes with modern aerodynamics, which is no small feat. At the back, the story continues with a wide rear stance and redesigned LED taillights that feel both futuristic and true to Camaro heritage. The quad exhaust tips are massive, leaving no doubt about the kind of soundtrack this car is going to produce. A subtle lip spoiler tops the trunk, and depending on the package, you can get more aggressive aero pieces for track use. Overall, the exterior feels cohesive. This is not just a throwback car. It's a modern interpretation of American performance. Stepping inside, the Camaro SS takes things up another notch. The cabin is definitely more driver-focused than in previous generations, with a cockpit-style layout that wraps around you. The steering wheel is thick and perfectly sized, with performance controls right at your fingertips. Behind it, a fully digital driver display can be customized to show everything from classic analog-style gauges to track telemetry. The center stack has a large infotainment screen running the latest Chevy software with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, along with a crisp head-up display that projects vital info directly in your line of sight. The materials feel more premium compared to older Camaros, with soft touch surfaces, stitched leather, and even optional suede inserts. The Recaro Performance seats hug you in place without being too punishing for daily driving. Space is still on the tighter side in the rear seats, but let's be honest, nobody buys a Camaro SS for its practicality. Sound insulation is improved, but Chevy has wisely kept just enough exhaust note bleeding into the cabin to remind you what's under the hood. The real star of the show is performance. The 2026 Camaro SS is powered by a naturally aspirated 6.2-liter V8, pushing out around 470 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque. It can be paired with either a 6-speed manual for the purists or a 10-speed automatic for those who want lightning-fast shifts. 0 to 60 happens in the low 4-second range, and top speed comfortably crosses into the 170s. But it's not just about straight-line speed. The chassis has been refined, with magnetic ride control offering excellent adaptability, whether you're cruising around town or hammering through corners. The steering is sharp, body roll is minimal, and the Brembo brakes provide plenty of confidence. This is a car that wants to be driven hard but doesn't punish you when you're just daily commuting. On the pricing side, the Camaro SS still holds its ground as one of the more attainable performance cars out there. Starting prices are expected to hover around the mid-$40,000 range, with well-optioned models pushing into the mid-$50s. considering the level of performance, the tech features, and the heritage you're buying into. It represents strong value compared to European rivals that would charge significantly more for similar performance. Of course, with additional packages like track upgrades or premium interiors. You could climb higher, but at its core, it remains one of the best bang-for-buck V8 coupes available. If you're considering this car, a few suggestions would be to think carefully about your transmission choice. The manual brings an extra layer of involvement that muscle car fans will love. But the automatic is hard to beat for pure performance. Also, keep in mind the Camaro SS is not the most practical daily driver. Visibility is still tight. Rear seating is cramped, and trunk space isn't the biggest. If you can live with those compromises, what you're getting in return is one of the most visceral, fun-to-drive American sports cars on the market today. So, to wrap it all up, the 2026 Chevrolet Camaro SS is a car that honors its past while charging forward with modern styling, advanced technology, and the kind of performance that makes every drive an event. It's loud, it's bold, and it's unapologetically American in a way that very few cars on sale today are. If you've been waiting for a modern muscle car that still feels raw at its core, this just might be the one. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this review of the 2026 Camaro SS, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more car content, and drop a comment below telling us what you think of Chevy's latest muscle machine. Until next time, drive safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.